Let's get things started. Gundam fight all set. Ready? Go!
Hello, one and all. I am your host, Ironcaster, here to bring you into the week because, unfortunately, the weekends may have come and gone, and we may be a Monday, but that doesn't mean we can't sit here and enjoy ourselves on a fresh new week because it's a new chance to stop and enjoy ourselves. How is everyone doing? Because this is a fresh week. You know, there's a lot of crazy stuff happening over the weekend. It's a chance to kind of come in, start some new stuff. Let's start things out on the right foot. First and foremost, let me go ahead and say hello to a few of you fine folks in the chat, because we have some of our diehards who've been here, the people who I am the most grateful for, who show up week after week. Folks such as David Glenn, who's here to say hello, and hello, sir, welcome. Happy Monday. Vince, crash and burn as always. Of course, we have Mr. Philip Demick in there saying hello, everyone. Cheers. Well, my friend, I'll be sure to get the coffee and cookies next time we hang out. What else have we got here? I need to get some new model kits after I get a new compressor. You know, that's something I need to do. I need to get into the painting side of things. Like, I mostly build stuff. I've got my little Soromaru up here. Actually, you better be careful. I don't want to knock everything over. Because this is actually a fun little kit, part of like a two figure set with a mecha girl. It's a neat little collab kit. But that is up there. And that will be maybe for another week. But in the meantime, though, we have someone in the back. So let me just say hello. Let me just bring him in real quick. So let me give him a good greeting as always. Let's go with this.
Did I mention I hate Mondays?
Well, you see, that's the secret is to give yourself a reason to like them.
Well, there is that one animated short from Oda King 770077 that just came out.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, check out Oda King 770077.
You might have to link me to this, but
no matter,
how's it going, Matt? Welcome.
I can handle this.
What?
I think I got this.
All right. But no, like I said, the secret is to give yourself reasons to like Monday. I mean, the biggest argument going into the week is, of course, you just came off the weekend, and you know, I don't know about you, but I had a nice little outing. It was my mother's birthday. We all went out to Applebee's. I got a steak,
nice.
And you know, so here I am, nice and relaxed, and kind of, you know, I've got the batteries recharged. It's a fresh new week. Apparently, you know, there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on out there in the world, but at the end of the day, like, I'm ready to go. Like, I've got relaxed for the weekend. Here I am. Personally, though, by the way, I think Tuesday's the worst day of the week, not Monday. I don't subscribe to that Garfield propaganda. That orange cat lied to you, and he stole lasagna in the process.
That, and he's also being co-opted by leftist douche weasels. So, yeah.
Yeah, but that's the unfortunate thing. Is like everything's gone really weirdly political. But no matter. What's been going on, Matt? Like, what's new with you?
Oh, I just got myself the Blue Comet SPT Laser Blu-ray. Blech. Blue Comet SPT Laser Blu-ray from Discotech Media.
Oh.
Let me just say this. If you love Votoms but wish the technology was a little more high-end, like, say, Gundam, Lasner's your go.
All right, let's see. It The year is 1996. The Cold War has followed humanity to the stars. As part of the program to cultivate the next generation of spacefarers, a group of students is sent to the UN's research base on Mars. Shortly after the students arrive, a blue mechanized assault weapon fires over the base with a trio of unidentified pursuers hot on its heels. The facility is destroyed in the ensuing scuffle, leaving only a handful of survivors in its wake. A young man named Eiji appears before the survivors, revealing himself to be the pilot of the blue weapon, the SPT Leisner. However, he also comes bearing a warning: the Earth is in danger.
Man, you gotta love 80s retrofuturism, man. Like how the 80s foresaw the future was just something magical indeed. Like you basically wish we were living in the 80s vision of the future.
See, yeah, there is something nostalgic to that cassette futurism, where everything is just big, giant, like magnetic tape decks that we just shove it into a machine to pull the recordings.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like,
it's comforting. Not only that, everything is like wood paneling.
yeah, you can't beat the 80s retrofuturism aesthetic. Like, I mean, Kunio Kawara and Shoji Kawamori are the grandmasters of that aesthetic.
I mean, it's that ideal that everyone was sort of tapping into at the time, and unfortunately, it's like all the worst elements of it, of the horribleness of it, is just kind of turning out to be being awkwardly true. Let's see, you're frolicking, doing nothing, and suddenly you get thrown back in the meat grinder. Yeah, that sounds like Monday.
That's because our globalist overlords say, "Oh no, you're not having your Star Trek type cassette futurism. We want we want hipster douchebag futurism here."
Right. I mean, it's just sort of that unfortunate thing of, well, turns out like all the worst. Turns out a lot of sci-fi writers were able to kind of accurately predict what was going to come in the future, but that's the unfortunate thing, how these things go sometimes. But just because actually, so this week was a little bit of a light week, so I didn't have a ton of stories. So we're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel here, but there was at least one little story I wanted to talk about, and I thought this was kind of fun because this is sort of in that little. This is kind of adjacent to a lot of the stuff we cover here, and we were with all this talk of the '80s, it feels appropriate to talk about. So, let me ask you, Matt.
You can never talk about the awesomeness of 80s retrofuturism enough.
Well, if there's one thing that I know that the '80s was also big on, it's ninjas.
Ninjas!
And turtles.
Oh, Naruto. Whoopee.
Don't forget.
Ninja Robot Tobikage. But
yes, that the thing is, we're also talking '80s, and what was bigger than the '80s than the Turtles?
Yeah, but Ninja Turtles are awesome. Naruto, nah.
Hey, you forget though that for like a good solid 10 years, Naruto was the biggest anime around. Like it was more popular at the time than One Piece.
But it was also quite overrated. Like it was also
overrated, but popular.
It was also the very anime that ruined anime for a lot of people, if you ask me.
So let me get into this real quick. IDW Publishing and Viz Media are collaborating on a TMNT X Naruto collaboration. Bring the two ninja franchises together for a crossover comic. Harry Prasetta and Raul Angulo will draw the comic, with Caleb Goldner as head writer and Ed Dukeshire as in charge of lettering. Apparently, I can't read because it's like they have all the most difficult names for me. The comic will ship. So will this be coming out in November? We'll be getting the first little taste of this come the end of the year. So this is going to get people into the comic shops for at least one book.
Uh-huh.
I mean, look, all things considered, look, I'm one who wants to have a lot more comics out. I'm
I
going to the shop
know,
regularly.
but I'd much rather more good comics coming out than lame shit like, oh, let's say what's happening at Marvel right now.
I mean, look here. I've got a little stack right here with me. I've got my Destro. I've got my Scarlet, Elric
Ooh,
Melodone,
Elric!
and the Witchblade. This is
Witchblade!
stuff I've been pulling up. Like the reality is, the comic industry is in dire straits and really does need some more sales. And they gotta start swinging for the parks. They gotta start doing some big crossovers, and those are the kind of books that tend to do well.
First thing comics need to do is basically make good storytelling, and the only way they can do that is throw away the DEI hires. That's
Yeah, I mean, there's a number of people that they need to kick out of the industry. First and foremost, Heather Antos comes to mind. Let's go into Mark Waid.
That bitch. I hope that bitch is. I really hope that
Matt,
bitch is sucking
Matt,
cock.
I do want to remind you, and just as a reminder to folks, we are also on Twitch. So, it's kind of just to kind of try to do a little more cross pollination. I want to try to get onto as many platforms as possible. And look, as it is, like a few of them, like Rumble, are out there. It's an extra hassle there, but I figure go for what's big, what's popular, and Twitch is out there too. Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, we are on as many places as we can. And speaking of people that are around,
hey there. Howdy, buddy.
Hang on. Oh, before I forget, let me go ahead and give you your proper intro here.
Lancelot, launch!
Oh, he gets the Lancelot launch now. I agree, Pokepunk. One Piece definitely curb stomps Naruto.
Look, back then I was fully in the One Piece camp. Even like as Naruto was starting to rise in the popularity, I was getting I was getting the Shonen Jumps when they were at the grocery store.
Yeah, I was
back in like.
I was not really much a Shonen Jump guy. Like whenever I think anime, I think giant robots, I think cyberpunk, and I think ultra violence and gore.
So
that's fair, but I would say, and I think Ironcaster, what you're about to say and talking about that stuff, because I didn't get into the Shonen Jump stuff. I didn't get into the paper, the sequential releases that to properly really follow or be there as these things kind of came out, and then the anime, like this 3 episodes to get through an incident. But then again, with the Shonen magazine, like how many editions did it take to get through a fight or a sequence?
So the thing, so I can speak for myself here as someone who was getting it. Like I got the first issue. I like December of 2003.
Dang.
So at the time it was basically just a little collaboration collection of like 2 or 3 chapters of a manga per month. Mm-hmm. So you would get, here's a couple chapters of Naruto, here's a couple chapters of One Piece, here's a couple chapters of Yu-Gi-Oh and Yu Yu Hakusho. And so you're getting just a little snippet of all these different congruent stories in a bigger anthology. And the thing is, at the end of the day, I think the thing that kind of is most important is getting just more people to come check these things out. And you got to realize every one of these shows is potentially someone's gateway, where you have 50 different flavors. Well, someone might like strawberry and some people might like the vanilla better. I mean, if they can turn on, they can also put in here Dragon Ball. Like, yeah, let's go it. Oh, sorry, excuse me. I was having an issue with Rumble because I have to go in and separately turn off the stream as a separate web page. It's just one extra step to go and set up. I have to go and I was always in the habit of having to go and create an individual stream key every time I go to set up the stream, whereas StreamYards at the end of the day just has that convenience for me. I just knew the anime, but I thought a little cringe, so it's even One Piece. Okay, so that is, I can give you a little update on the Eva. So I've only managed to get about 2 more episodes. So I've gotten about 2 more episodes in. I'm about episode 8, maybe 9. Now I've got Asuka in properly. So we get our German redhead.
Mhm.
Yes, and second best girl in the whole show.
First, of course, right behind our favorite alcoholic MILF.
Oh yeah, we can never.
Obviously.
We stand by the alcoholic Sumerian goddess.
I feel like I need to crack a cold one just in her honor.
Yeah, kinda sake or something.
Oh no, with her, it's cold beer.
Well, no, I mean I was mispronouncing. Is it Asaki? I'm
Asuka?
mispronouncing the
Oh,
Japanese beer. Yeah, I can see how that terribly translated. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Best Japanese beer would definitely be Kirin. They don't call it the 100% Ichiban for nothing,
welcome, Pop Culture Mechanic. Thank you for coming by. So to kind of top us back off again. It's Monday. It's a chance to kind of start the week fresh with a nice little positive stream to kind of go into things because, look, let's face it, there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on out there. Let's just come over here to have a good time and talk about some nerd stuff. And yeah, so this is just kind of, and so that's one of the things I like to do. I like to kind of talk about the positive things coming up, and well, of all those things we currently have, of course, is look, anything that has the possibility to be good or kind of be something to look forward to even at the end of the year. I want to stop and kind of take a moment to highlight. And
yeah, speaking of things I definitely want to look forward to. Can we take a moment to talk about Metaphor Re Fantasio coming this October?
Yeah, I don't know anything about that, so you'll have to inform me about it.
It's basically medieval, somewhat medieval, somewhat futuristic Persona. So, yeah, Look up Metaphor Re Fantasio.
Okay.
Yeah, I can guarantee you're going to be looking up. You're going to be feeling Aura Battler Dunbine and Ava vibes from this one.
Is this what is this, a game or an anime?
JRPG.
Okay.
It's from Studio Atlas.
Oh,
Okay,
Metaphor
okay.
Fantasio. Okay, I found it here.
Okay.
Yeah. Also interesting of note, since Evangelion is mentioned, the main mecha designer for Evangelion, Ikoto Yamashita, he's doing some of the mechanical designs in this game too.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's a 22-minute trailer. I'm not watching all that.
Now, I will say that Atlas has some good games. I
love Atlas's game. I love Atlas's games. Period. Like, I pretty much became a Shin Megami Tensei fan, mostly by way of Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. Yeah, that was my major introduction to Shin Megami Tensei, and possibly Persona 2.
I always remember the big one that was always on my radar was Persona 3, and being back in the PS2 days, how it was just this kind of held up as sort of this legendary JRPG that people in my friends group were just going on and on and on about, but I could never find a copy. And it was always one of those ones that just like kind of like for a while there with FF7, Persona 3 seemed to always hold on to that high price tag. So it's like you could not get a copy of this game for used
Persona
under $50, $60.
Persona 4, Persona 5. If you ask me, the best Persona game is still Persona 2. innocent swimming.
Well,
I mean, when you have
yeah, I don't have that one.
have Hitler, when you have both Hitler and Nyarlathotep as the final bosses in both games, both the respective games, how do you top that?
I don't know.
You have dick monsters.
So Cthulhu then.
Well, there is that other one in the wheelchair, in the chariot.
See, I've only played Persona 5, and I did get the remastered of 3 that I need to work on playing. This whole being a puppet and being on YouTube and playing other communal games like Fortnite sometimes cut into and catching up with all the anime cut into my video game or my doing things on my own sort of time.
Well, you see, the secret is you gotta invest in like the second monitor, so you can like kind of be over here playing Fortnite on monitor A, and then you have over here on monitor B. Yeah, this is where I've got all the Fortnite anime going.
Ugh, Fortnite.
Look, it's big, it's popular.
It's a silly thing, but I was just gonna say it is one way. The game itself, and here's the thing: there's certain aspects of being a social player, social person. Epic has a really interesting model of an online game that's been organically growing, that they have the servers to support it. Like, we'll set that aside. But also, it's a way to, once you have your computer or console, it's a way to Skype. Well, you can't physically see each other, but it's a way to do something and hang out and have a more functional hangout that pretty does. It's cross-platform so well. So,
well, one thing I will say in Fortnite's favor, that it's certainly better than Roblox.
well, yeah, and we've lost Gilded to that.
Well, real quick, let me take a moment here because we have another friend dropping in. So 1 second.
What?
Hey, Snacks.
Hold on, guys.
That's a great intro.
It's good. It's good. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
I can hear perfectly fine. So, who are you again?
Who's who?
This is Snacks. You might know him from some of our favorite puppets, such as Gator or Wilton. Or not? Wow, I always say Wilton.
Freddy, the Yeti.
Yes.
Coach
Murphy.
Snowed up.
You just trolled him.
No, Yoda's his uncle. That's Gator's uncle.
Mm.
Yeah, I haven't seen the little gamer puppet in a while.
I might have to repair him a little bit. I haven't used him in a while. I think I might still have him. I'm not sure where he is.
I mean, we could totally have a puppets version of that Park Place and talk about games.
Yeah.
That puppet place?
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't done a lot of gaming, so that's probably why I haven't used the gamer puppet.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I'm starting to make a blue one, so. Blue monster. I like monsters. I don't know why. They're furry.
Well, I think there's sort of a benefit with the monsters to where you can kind of get away from just being a very humanoid looking creation, so you have a lot more creative freedom to them. And plus, you can have the extra accessories, like you can change out the different. If you want to add ears, you can do those. Have different extra little bits sticking off them, so there's a constant sense of motion when the puppet's walking and is talking.
Yeah, I usually put out horns on them all. Gator has a horn. Coach Murphy has a horn. Some horns. Yeah, Freddy has horns too. Yep.
Yeah, did I mention I love Snowdub?
Snowdub. Yeah, Jelly doesn't have any horns. No, his puppets are not very horny.
Well, Mike
but-
is horny, but in a different sort of way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, Wilton has horns. That's the only one that has horns.
True.
He's a troll, though.
There might be some.
And then,
other
of course,
ones.
and then of course, there's Mike Roch, who is horny.
Yes.
Yeah, there was that one summer he was covered in pepperonis. It was weird.
That was kind of weird. It felt like he was going down on a pizza every night.
He looked like he was getting kinky with the Hellraiser.
Yeah,
there
that too.
There was a pox, but we're not sure what kind. Maybe shingles.
He got puppet pox.
The puppet pox. Yeah. Oh, you gotta watch out for the puppet pox. I mean,
Hey,
Gator had it, and he spread it around to the other puppets, and now they don't have to worry about it. It's much like chicken pox. We had kind of had a puppet pox party. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like chicken pox, man. I got chicken pox when I was 1 year old. My big brother brought it in from kindergarten, and well, I never experienced the chicken pox, so that's fun. Hello.
Oh no, you could just saw a crazy video that
immersed in the story about the pox.
Oh, sorry. I'm driving home. You know, I had to worry about bad drivers and crackheads. You know how it is.
Yeah.
So basically, your average Twitter denizen, huh?
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't hang in those parts of Twitter. Sorry.
Oh,
that's not the neighborhood chat rooms I frequent.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I usually tell all those crackheads from Twitter to fuck off.
You'll never find a more villainous place.
Don't.
Well, yes, of course, I know this.
You'll never find. It goes like this. You'll not find a more villain. You will not find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. You must be
There you go.
Oh yes, of course, I know him. He's me. Hello there.
I am the king of misquoting Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I can quote the heck out of it, but it will be missed. It will be misquoted.
Yeah. It better be the OG trilogy, prequels trilogy, Old Republic, and expanded universe. Not
yeah. But God, what is Amisa saying?
But folks, let's not forget, of course, the most important movies, The Caravan of Courage.
Oh my God! Okay, I do prefer Battle on Endor. I do.
Oh, well, yeah. Of course, we get Warwick Davis in it.
Caravan of Courage is good. It is good, but I think the second Ewok movie is far superior.
Okay, I have a side question because of the Jar Jar moment. Yeah, how difficult do you think it would be to build a puppet that has a kind of an air kind of release to a pressure gauge to create a tongue rolling out, kind of like a roll up, or like
a fruit by the foot?
Yeah, because you know how like the little party streamers, you blow them out, they go.
Yeah. Spits out like a fruit by a foot. Okay.
But have it a little like a rubber ball that you can compress down to whip the tongue out so it can look like he's a frog or like he's trying to eat something. I don't know how difficult that would be or how functional it would. It might be something better for something like green slime that has a bigger mouth, but I don't know.
Yeah, I do need to finish green slime.
That might be a conversation for tomorrow night.
Yeah, that'd be good. I am planning on puppet building tomorrow too. Yeah.
Okay. Oh. All right. I'll save that thought for tomorrow.
Yeah, my diorama is nearly done. So
I'm about halfway done with the Soromaru figure. So I should be able to join you.
Oh, nice. and I assume Punkwaddle has not started his.
It hasn't. It's a pre-order. It hasn't shown up yet.
Oh,
Well, it's all good. It's all good. We'll get you in the next one, Punkwaddle, and then maybe in the next one.
I still need to get a summer puppet or a summer figure.
Summer figure, yeah. Well, the next time we're just gonna go tactical with it. But that'll be the next diorama.
I go tack to
Maybe-
awesome on it.
Or
Maybe
should we
Halloween
do
would
Star
be good.
Wars? Should we do Star Wars? I'm not sure.
What about doing something for October?
Want to do something spooky, huh?
Spooky.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a spooky mecha. How about some blue gender for Halloween?
Well, see, I'm thinking more of the 30-minute sisters. We do like a little Monster Musume out of it.
You just
Oh,
wait
okay,
till
Monster Girl.
those weapons you
Okay,
buy.
all right, so Monster Girl. All right, I can dig it.
Yeah, I'm more
I can dig
thinking
it.
Devilman Lady, to be honest.
Okay, well, are you gonna build one?
Yeah, you gotta build it.
Are you gonna build
Yeah,
it?
if you
If
build
you're
it,
gonna
they will
build it,
come.
then you're not really helping. It's a Monster Girl diorama.
I'm just giving some ideas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Coward.
Kamen Rider inspired puppet? Hello.
There you go.
What does the fox say?
Cuckoo Kachu.
Okay. Wiggity, 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 whack. Wiggity, wiggity. Oh,
All right.
it's crisscross.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go silent real quick. I'm at the store. I gotta pick up some snacks.
It's a little on point.
Yep.
So
So
I think one that has been kind of popping out for me that has been sort of on my list to check out. It's these. Oh god, let's scroll down. There we go. I just want to. High Play makes a couple of kits, and what can I say? I kind of like the idea of the Hornet Girl.
Yeah, the Nuke Matrix. Is that the brand, right?
Yep.
Okay, this is seriously giving me some Symphogear vibes, and I still got to get on the Symphogear life ASAP.
I may or may not have that one unbuilt somewhere.
Oh, you got to send me some pictures.
I have not built it, but I can share some things about the kit sometime. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I remember seeing some of the photos and some of the builds on that one. Okay, so the Nuke Matrix, actually, I was looking on Amazon right now. They've got a few different like Phoenix or models. They've got that one, the B. Also, apparently have a Centaur as well.
There was a Centaur one I was looking at for a minute trying to find, and I just wasn't able to find it this minute.
The Eastern model girls also have some really interesting, like there's a spider one, there's a scorpion one. They have the 4 zodiac, like tortoise, phoenix, dragon things, and white tiger. The Nuke Matrix also has the Fox Girl as well. It's really kind of cool looking.
Are there's with the one with the big giant fluffy tail?
The Fox Girl. Wait, the white tiger is the one with the big claws on her back.
Okay, and that's something I know a few of them have. A few other ones have done as well with the big giant claws.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. like the extra arms isn't a new thing, for sure. Like,
Oh,
but
there we go.
there's definitely been a few. I told you, the USA Gundam store, and then the guy Zach Aurelius has been doing reviews on a lot of the products they've been working through. He moved it back to the States from wherever he was a couple of years ago, but he does a lot of product reviews, shows you what they kind of look like built. So he has a bit of those Mecha Musume girls as well that he's built. Those videos are worth checking out.
Yeah, so Vince, at this point, I need to just go ahead and get myself like a helmet and like just live the Kamen Rider experience, because there's a few guys out there, and there was one guy I was talking with, who I was hoping to reach out to him and maybe one of these days bring him on for stream, just kind of talk a little bit of Toku and get into it a little more with someone who's more, a lot more into that side of things. Just to try to reach out and try to get to know a few people that are already sort of in this space that I'm kind of trepidatiously dipping my toes into.
Yep, don't get your feet wet. I mean, what are we talking about?
Do get your feet wet?
Oh, Vince said I needed to make a Kamen Rider puppet, and I said I needed a helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking about making a Super Sentai, kind of my own kind of Super Sentai, outfit in general.
Oh, well,
then he would have obviously you would have like a Zord or something, you know what I mean? Like a giant big robot.
I got Gator. No, but what you could do as well with it is kind of lean into all the workout and exercising and just like getting hero fit.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm doing it in general, but
hey, D-shirt.
Hey, D-shirt.
I can definitely work it in. Gotta get Super Sentai strong, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like I gotta be able to get strong enough to be able to like rider kick someone into the sun like Wizard did. Which it's been one of my favorite parts of delving into a lot of the tokusatsu, seeing just how stupidly strong some of these characters get.
Yeah.
Like, I've shown you guys clips here and there from some of the other shows. Like, actually, there's a clip I just retweeted from Shin Kamen Rider, where it's basically like the guy just escaped from the Shocker laboratories after he's been augmented. He doesn't know his strength, but he is just like running through, punching people so hard that they are just exploding. Like they just threw a bucket of blood at like a tree and filmed it.
So that's two things. One, he's incredibly strong. Two, he's incredibly fast. Because for order to punch someone for their face to explode, you would need your skin needs to be tough, and it's not the strength of pushing, it's more of the speed of the fist you throw, that kinetic energy that you generate.
Yeah, just decimate.
A lot of people think power is all about strength, and that's mildly true, but more power is more like how how much resistance you can push against, and how quickly you can push against it.
That's a very valid
like
point.
A face. How fast can you put someone's face 3 miles away?
Here, I'm gonna risk it, and I'm gonna show you guys just like a couple of seconds of it, just to show you what I'm talking about with like how silly this gets. So yeah, I'm just showing you like about 5 seconds of this just to show you like. The thing is, it's a really fun movie. I can't recommend it enough. It's on Amazon Prime, so you can go check it out for yourself tonight.
Which one's this one?
Do so. This is Shin Kamen Rider. This is like a 2-hour movie.
Okay,
and it is,
I think I've seen this bit, but
I actually just watched that movie recently, and let me just say, it's one of the best tokusatsu films I've ever seen. Hideaki Anno could definitely do no wrong in the directorial department. Like he was great with Shin Godzilla. He definitely got chops with Shin Ultraman, even though that was more Shin Higuchi.
So, just to show you this real quick, he's been surrounded by here's all the grunts, and now he's gonna jump down to save the girl. Oh!
Dude, that is some Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Dude, that is some straight Mortal Kombat shit right there. Like even more so
Finish
than
him.
Yeah, so, this is way more Mortal Kombat shit than say Kamen Rider Black Sun.
Oh yeah.
Oh!
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, the Japanese. It's like the Japanese never skipped on the ultra-violence one bit.
Oh, and that's, by the way, like 3 minutes into the movie. You are going right into just ultra-violence.
Yeah, that's basically why I still need to check out the OG Kamen Rider series. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's already. I mean, I'm already in love. I'm already in love with the OG style of Shin Kamen Rider. So I still gotta check out the OG Kamen Rider.
Well, you're in luck because it is currently available on Tubi, so it's out there. Heck, you can find it on YouTube.
So I've noticed.
So, all right. So, I guess kind of looking ahead. What do you guys think? Sort of. What do you guys think? Let's ask the question then. What are you guys looking forward to this year? Like, is there anything from the backlogs that has caught your guys' interest that you want to go check out? Because there's still time in the year. There's no sense in letting that backlog just do nothing but fill up.
Well, let me go first. There is this one mecha side-scrolling running gun called Scramble Vice. It's on Steam. Just check it out. Check out Scramble Vice on Steam, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Because that is some serious Assault Suit Falcon meets Pat Labor vibes right there, dude.
What about you, Punk Waddle? Is there anything?
I got to think about it. I mean,
and of course, there's also Metaphor Re Fantasio, as I just mentioned earlier.
as far as video games, I know there's the Gundam Breaker. When's that supposed to come out?
That comes out in, I think, about a month from today. So, start saving those pennies.
Yeah, because that one is.
And then of course there's also Mecha Break too.
Is there any more Robot Wars in the works?
I'm hoping so.
So, to my knowledge, the only thing coming out right now with Super Robot Wars is probably going to be like a mobile game, but I think that's just Japan only for the moment, which is unfortunate because that's where we got Bravern.
Which is because there's so many of those Japan exclusive games, logins, and even with a VPN and all that stuff.
Yeah, I gotta ask y'all. I gotta ask y'all this: favorite Super Robot Wars game, and why is it W on the DS?
Oh, the problem is, not a ton of those. I'm probably going to speak for the other two, but I don't think either. I've only really gotten a chance to play 30, and I think one of the PS4 ones. Like, I was able to import one, and the one that has Cowboy Bebop in it.
Oh, T.
I'll have to look and see which one I have, but I think it's 30. It's the one with Crossbones in it.
Yeah, it might be that one. If you've got it on Steam,
it might be. It might be more V.
I have the Switch import.
Okay, so it could be one of two there then.
Okay. Like I said, I'll have to go rifle through it. I haven't played in a while, because
I like Super Robot Wars V2. Like the storyline is one of the best in the series. Let me tell you.
So what about going back to finish watching a bit more of that Ultraman? Did that catch your interest at all, or has that sort of fallen off for you?
You talking to me?
Waddle? Yeah, sorry.
I've still it's one. I need to go on Tubi and actually start watching that stuff because I haven't actually gone back to Tubi in like a week or two. I've been well, honestly, as silly as it is, but these summer animes, like, they're not the most. I wouldn't say they're as gripping as Shangri-La Frontier, but some of these isekais and some of these like in another world things, they're not bad. They're kind of fun, and I finally did finish up Kaiju number 8, and I think I've finished. I think I want 2 more episodes of season 2 of Jobless.
Well, so I'm slowly working through season 1. I think I'm on I'm on the second half of season 1.
Yeah.
I read the whole manga.
Yeah,
Snacks has read all the manga.
As for anime on my end, I'm definitely stoked. I'm definitely stoked for Grendizer U. Like, if Braver was already Mecha Anime of the Year, then Grendizer is pretty much becoming a strong contender too.
Okay.
Let's see. You got me going down. Look at all these Mecha Masume models and the things I haven't looked at because I haven't built anything in a while.
Man,
the wish list got 10 feet longer.
Yeah,
I have a backlog of Gunpla like y'all wouldn't even begin to believe.
Oh, trust me, I think I could believe it.
It's probably half the size of Punk Waddles, honestly.
Really?
So snacks. What's been on the backlog for you to get you? Because building puppets, building Gunpla, all that's fun, good and all. But what's on the backlog for you to get to watching?
Honestly, I'm diving into the tokusatsu, like all the crazy I just been binging like the Super Sentais, like all the different forms of that. And I already went on a little bit of a binge on Kamen Riders and all that. I might do a little more. Gridman was fun.
Gridman is the shiznit, bro.
Yeah. So it's like what's on the backlog? It's
50 years of tokusatsu.
Yeah. It's like
hang on.
The answer is the 50 years, and whatever catches my some of the stuff, I'm like, it's okay. I'll move on to the next one, And this one's like, this is awesome. I like these guys' characters. They look cool, and I kind of want to build my own suit,
Well, the other nice thing about it is there's really no. I would say there's really no correct order to watch it all, and I jumped into Kamen Rider just by looking at Wizard and saying, this dude has a cool suit. He's got a trench coat and he fucking dabs on his enemies and uses magic rings. I'm like, yeah, let's check this guy out.
Now there's the heroes. Heroes are great. Okay, those are your prime. They have to be sturdy. They have to be functional.
Hell yeah.
They have to be resilient. I'm talking about the costume in general, just the costume in general. Now the monsters, on the other hand, you can get a little loosey-goosey with those guys. And
you can have just goofy stuff hanging off of them.
You can have goofy stuff hanging off them. You can just make them just very weird and awkward to move in. It's gonna be a pain in the butt to shoot for half an hour, but it's a half an hour and then you're done with that outfit. So,
then we blow it up. In fact, there was a point where with Ultraman they used to just have suit fires where they would just go burn the old suits that they couldn't use anymore.
The old Ultraman shows were ultra violent as fuck, man. That's basically why Ultraman is my my favorite Tokusatsu franchise next to Garo. Hell,
Yeah,
I mean, they crucified Ultraman at one point.
Yeah, I'm still working
I
my
appreciate
Hey, guys,
the helmet wearing superhero. I do appreciate the helmet wearing superhero, but I also want to build like some kind of monster as well because the monsters. Oh, good.
Sorry, Matt. Snacks. Go ahead and finish your thought, and then I gotta introduce someone.
Okay. So yeah, I want to build like I want to build like my own kind of suit, and I need a monster to fight. Otherwise, why am I wearing a suit? You know what I mean? You need a monster to fight. Yeah, it's like why am I wearing a suit? Fight monsters.
So speaking of introducing monsters, let me stop here for one moment to introduce one of our old dear friends. High quality.
Oh, you got him right between a rock and a hard place. Ooh.
Ba-dum-bum.
But
Boing.
speaking of, you can't do that on television.
Oh yeah.
Wow, good.
Okay.
Brandon, welcome as always to the Mechpit chat. How are you doing, my friend?
Gentlemen, I'm doing good. Ironcaster, thank you so very much for reaching out. I'll only take just a few moments of time. Still dealing with headaches now and then, and trying to get things worked to get the gaming channel up and going, get some videos I'm going to put out on the main, recalibrating a few things. And I have to say, I'm done with Mecha. I've overdosed on Mecha, and I'm tired of Mecha.
You think you're done with Mecha? You think you're done?
Just when I think I'm out, then we'll be right back in.
Yeah.
So
and
some of us had a hot mecha summer. Some of us just live by the mecha and die by the mecha. It's okay. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I live by the mecha and die by the mecha, bro. I'm like Amuro Ray like that.
Hey, don't overheat your. I get it, Brandon. Don't overheat your mech. Okay, you do need
your mech
to go through the cooling system a little bit.
Your mech definitely needs some maintenance every now and then.
Very
Is
true.
this a euphemism?
And I'll say this: I tried to watch Zoids. Oh, I can't do it. I dropped it. After 3. I can't do it.
It's not for everyone, but the people who love it, they really do love it.
It's the same deal with Evangelion. It's not going to be for everyone.
Yeah, I need to watch it at least once, just so I can say that I've done that.
It's one of the requirement reading or watching, I should say, for the anime fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's you can technically
Brandon
still be an anime fan without watching Evangelion, but really, are you?
Yeah, it's basically an acquired taste for kind of anime. I mean, basically, occulticism and esotericism and conspiracy theories and all that. Yeah, I'm really big on Alex Jones.
And to say, I don't know if I could handle a whole 26 episodes of that, a whole week of diving down this rabbit hole and seeing all the events play out in real time. I've cracked a code, or at least I think I've cracked a code on how to get X to do what I want it to do. The problem is to do what I want it to do, I have to spend more time on it than I care to admit, and opine on things that I maybe don't necessarily like to opine on all the time, even though it might not look that way. But
sometimes it gets the best of you, and I agree. It's sometimes you're like, oh, why did I say that like that?
Yeah.
I felt that way at the time, but now I did.
No fear.
Yeah, it's just kind of unfortunate because you wind up getting pulled into these rabbit holes, and I think one of the better things to do is find, go kind of make that little group where you can kind of let personality A out. You don't want to let personality A out around group B because it might be completely incompatible, and then everyone there is going to look at you like, you actually think that?
Huh?
Oh, trust me. You can. I bear my whole soul out on X or
Yeah.
more than most. But it's okay. But I do want to have just a little bit of fun. I put together a video from the most recent episode of Plus Sized Elf. And when I saw it, I laughed my ass off so much on it. It's so worthy of a share. Let me find it here. Where the hell did I save it? Where did I save it?
On that note, I do. This makes me sound fatphobic, but I do have to go.
He's got to
Gym
go work out.
time.
Go hang out with some of the elves in the
Look
gym.
at that body.
So,
I'll go hang out with the buff elves from the 80s anime.
you got to get down with Deal It. But before you do head out, is there anything you want to promote on your way out?
We're building stuff tomorrow in Nip and Nag. Punkwater might be there. Ironcaster, the door's always open for you. Hell, even Brandon, you're in there too. So
Yes.
I will try to make
You
it.
can stop by.
We're making things tomorrow night at 9:00 till the next day almost. Eastern, of course, 9:00 Eastern. So I'm not sure what that is Central and the West Coast, but all right. On that note, guys, I bid you all a beautiful, magical, wonderful Mechpit
All right.
Monday.
Well, let's
Huh?
give you a clip on the way out.
All right.
And now for something completely different.
Remember the 3 asses.
All right, we got to start this again. Here we go.
お礼に最高級のイクラや持ってきから賞味期限も近いから
そうだ。
なんだこの赤いブツブツは
鮭という魚の卵ですよ。
好きか嫌いかちょい味食わず嫌いはあかんねこれうちの卵やつキュンとする上手やないか
Okay, that was quite hilarious.
Are you not watching Plus Size Elf, Matt?
Nah, not
Watch
really
it.
much of an interest in that.
Watch it. It's funny as hell. The whole this is all I'm going to say. The first half of the third episode, it's in the sauna with
It's
3.
all ogre, my friends.
Yes, it's all ogre.
Okay, I will consider it, but let me just remind y'all. Most of my interest in most of
Is
my
Mecha?
watching of anime involves cyberpunk giant robots and copious amounts of blood and gore.
How
We
about
got to
some
laugh
booba?
every now and then. Gotta laugh.
Yeah, that too. Hot babes with bikinis having guns too. Yeah.
Well, if nothing else, the fact I'll at least point out that episodes are about 11 minutes long, so you're not getting entire run times. Like you can watch an episode of this while you poop.
Yes. You could engross yourself while you're on the shitter. Yes, you could.
In fact, if you cut out the opening and closing, which why would you do that for this show? Your legs won't even fall asleep before the episode's done.
That is also true. They're just the right sized, and you just can't go wrong with it. It's so damn funny. It's easily. I'll give it a 9 because it doesn't overstay its welcome.
Basically, it's anime's own rendition of Aqua Teen Hunger Force in a way.
It doesn't have all the non sequiturs.
Right. It works as a good little kind of palate cleanser between two other series you might be watching. So
Yes.
if you want to go rewatch Angel Cop for the 5th or 6th time, and really, why would you bother?
Oh, come on. Angel Cop is awesome.
Angel Cop is garbage.
It may be
Well,
hot
I think I
garbage,
give
but
it
it was
a 4
all
out of
hot
10.
garbage.
It's awesome. I don't know what you're talking about. You're tripping, bro. You're tripping.
Bruh.
Straight tripping, bruh.
I bought it. I bought it for I think $10, brand new from back when Right Stuff Anime was still around. I still feel like I overpaid for it.
You probably did. As
Yeah,
much as
still
I
better-
remember,
yeah, it's still better than a good chunk of the crap we're getting now. But
Yes, that may be true if we're also taking anime, if we're going out expanding outside of anime, but let's not automatically give 80s anime a plus 3 stars just because modern stuff is bad. Like that's not grading on a fair scale. There are absolutely good anime from the 80s, but this is not one of them.
It's a piece of its time.
I mean, it's a B movie. It's more of a B movie plot, if you ask me. So
it's schlock, and hey, the having psychic. There's some cool stuff in there. I'm not going to completely say it's irredeemable, but I'm just not going to recommend it.
It's still a B movie to me, so it ain't that bad. I don't
Enjoy
take
it for what it is.
take it that seriously.
Although I do think it's kind of funny that literally within the first 5 minutes is talking about leftists trying to take over like the world governments and bring about communism. I'm like,
there's already a good point in this anime's favor. I mean, it's pretty much one of the most based anime you could get.
Just because it's based doesn't mean it's still any good. I did try to. I remember seeing Angel Cop back when the original DVD release came out for it, and I was shocked to hell about it. Mm-hmm. Trying to watch it now, it's one of those things that it definitely was a product of its time. It still looks really good, but man, it's a tough one to do. It's just one of those OVAs of its time, and just either accept it as that or don't.
It looks fantastic. From a production standpoint, like it was drawn well. The main chick looks good. There's some great stuff, especially in those later episodes. Like we get into some of the psychic stuff, which is big in a lot of the 60s anime, in a lot of 80s anime as well, with the cyberpunk stuff. It's kind of all over the place, and it sort of kind of falls over itself trying to tell its story.
Well, you could do worse. You could do Eyes of Mars.
Yeah,
it's gonna always be worse, but
there's always something out there that is worse, although not it doesn't get too much further from this. But it is what it is, and I accept it for what it is. So
well, I will say this: there's some stuff that's earlier on that you can tell they're trying to flesh out the concepts, and they have a good idea. They just haven't figured out how to execute it. And I do give some of them a little bit more grace than the ones that are just garbage. But then we all have a place in our hearts for trash tier stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
see also why I love General Saber and MD Geist so much, because yes, they are bad, but they are awesomely bad.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there are some shows that I think are downright terrible. I'll throw them on just because they're fun to watch. I recommend people watch Shark Side of the Moon. It's like a 3 out of 10. It's on Tubi.
Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
It is not good, but holy cow, is it dumb fun.
Yeah,
did you ever watch Trailer Park Shark?
I only if I'm gonna watch a bad anime, it better be awesomely bad. Like the kind of bad you'd see on MST3K.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll get there.
And in fact, here, let me show you this is the poster for the movie, by the way.
Oh my word!
Whoa, that one looks retarded.
Did they just rip off the goblins and just kind of turn it into a shark, or the
they're goblin sharks, guys?
gremlin shark?
No, I'm thinking it looks more like a retarded version of a xenomorph.
This is the type of show that would have been shown on TNT. They're 100% weird when they had the B movie sci-fi stuff that they did back in the day.
Yeah,
that would have been more shown
have been more shown on the sci-fi back when
Oh,
The
yeah.
90s
Exactly.
sci-fi too.
Sci-fi.
20 years ago. Yeah.
Sci-fi after they dropped the Sci-Fi Channel moniker and went with SYFY.
It is bafflingly bad, but I cannot help but recommend it. This holds a soft spot in my heart. Like here's by the way, here's an actual screenshot from this film.
Oh
Be on the
wow!
fucking moon.
At
They
least
are on
they're
the moon
having fun.
in chainmail.
At least they're having fun making this schlock.
Oh my god! How are they even able to breathe in space? I wonder.
No.
Who
They
cares?
explain it. Don't worry. Like the worst part about it is just like how bad the green screen looks on it. Like they were just clearly like photoshopped into it.
Holy crap! Bad green screen, like Puma Man bad.
Oh yes. By the way, Vince. It wasn't those guys. It was the communists. These were sharks made by like the Soviet Union in like the 70s or 80s.
It's totally communism.
Even worse guys.
Totally
Yes.
communism.
So they all speak Russian.
Das Vidanya, bitch.
Even worse guys than the Nazis. and they're given a free pass because reasons.
Yeah. Like I said,
commies.
They're sharks.
It's a dumb movie, but it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
But we are at the top. We are actually just past the top of the hour, so this might be a good place to wrap things up for us for tonight. Should we do? Is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about, or are we good here?
Other than more people should be playing JRPGs and that way, and and as soon as October hits, play some Metaphor Ray Fantasio because I want this game to be made JRPG of the year, and I'm hoping this doesn't have the stank of Sweet Baby be marked on it.
We'll have to wait and see what the DEI detected comes up with for it. But let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of roundtable. Matt, what you've got coming up? Where can we find you?
Well, I don't have anything on the YouTube side it's per se, but I will let everyone know I will let y'all know if in case y'all give a fuck that I am working on the Sinanju Stein.
Oh, what grade?
High grade.
Cool.
Yeah, that mech is just that is just a dope looking mech. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I'm also playing some Xenosaga episode 1. Del Vidas Remacht. Yeah, I love Xenosaga, man.
That's one of the games I gotta get to, and I think maybe this week I'll kind of load up some games and I'll get to playing through a few of these for myself. But thanks for coming by as always, Matt.
Always a pleasure to come by.
Punk Waddle?
Well, I got Flora from Under the Rock on Wednesday for the usual 8 p.m. Central show with Wilton, Floral, and Mrs. Flu. I've got the Ice House. I'll have something on Saturday as per usual for my little Ice House video of the week. And then still working on more PSAs and a few other promotional things and clips for some other channels that, like I said, the crossovers help in animation, artwork, and for the YouTube channels that we all work together and have some fun and promote each other. So, yeah. And we'll see where I come up with from there.
Awesome. Looking forward to see what you got coming out. Maybe a couple more ponderances here.
I will say that I think was it Brandon? Was it you who's helping me rebrand the PSAs instead of Puppet social announcements to the Penguin Sheriff announcement?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. The Penguin Sheriff announcement or the Penguin Sheriff Association, something like that. But yes, the Penguino he speaks.
True. It's more on brand, so thanks.
Yes.
Oh, I just want to check real quick. Nothing from CMAD yet, but we never know. Sometime soon. Brandon, what's coming up with you, my friend?
Oh, let's see. I just had to. I had to rebuild my Windows system. It was acting a little weird, so getting some games installed, got my game channel up and going, got 25 of you lovely people out there to already subscribe, and if you haven't, please be sure to look up Anime Guy Gaming, because it's about to go down. I'm not sure what game I'm going to start with, but I've got a slurry of things that I can play that don't necessarily fit on the main channel. Plus, I think I'm going to move my my anime themed base games over to the gaming channel too. So we're going to be finished. We're going to try to finish Ni no Kuni sooner rather than later. Been playing that too long. Need to finish Sandland. Need to dive into Nier Automata and Nier Replicant. And then for the shits and giggles, maybe some Skyrim because it's Skyrim, and I finally can go outside of the Whiterun area. My dude is thoroughly buffed. And some Mass Effect, because Mass Effect is one of my favorite games of all time, and it goes to show.
Oh, I love that. I love that series. I love Mass Effect. It's basically this occupying the similar spot to Xenogears as my favorite thing ever.
Yeah, it's one of the best made, best thought out games that BioWare came up with after having their stints doing all the Dungeons and Dragons stuff, and then of course KOTOR and KOTOR 2 kinda, but running everything through the D20 system and then coming up with their own system moving forward with Mass Effect. And yeah, it's Mass Effect is extremely influential, and the best part about it, with the Legendary Edition, it's easy to mod, and I've got a mod pack for the 3 games. Especially
if I could actually
look great.
Yeah, if I could actually get that damn game running on my PC. Thanks a lot, EA.
Well, LE works reasonably well, but you have to mod it, just like you have to mod Skyrim to get it to do anything, to really get it to do something special, and I've got that. So those are all on the horizon.
You actually have to mod Dead Space. Actually have to mod Mass Effect and Legendary Edition to actually get it to work.
You can get mods for the originals, but I would say get the Legendary Edition the next time that it goes dirt cheap on sale, precisely because they switched up their coding and their restrictions from a 32-bit executable to a 64, and switched it from DirectX 9 to DirectX 11. It just makes it a lot easier to work with newer machines, not having to deal with the older code. Plus, all the mods over the past 5 years now, it's hard to believe that's been out almost 5 years, is based now around the limited edition version. So, some things on the horizon, and of course, Saturday, Anime 101. Not entirely sure what we're going to do, but we're done with Mecha, so we're going to talk about something else going into the month of August. And for August, I think I'm gonna do it. August is back to school / sports month / family friendly. We're gonna touch on a little bit of all three and try to build some decent watch lists for those 3 topics. So of course, when it goes to the sports, Hijami no Ippo, Tomorrow's Joe, Grappler Baki, and who could forget the legendary Tiger Mask?
Well, I hope for me you put on the Prince of Tennis, because
yes, I'll put the Prince of Tennis on there.
And really though, like, there's only certain sports animes can only go on there so many times. Like the basketball slam dunk is a big one, I know,
Captain
but
Tsubasa. the 5 different revisions of it over the course of time.
This might be a chance to go highlight a couple of, less talked about franchises.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting topic, especially. Well, I've done all these before, but it's been a while since we've done that, so we'll see what type of list we can build and see if we can get a consensus on a few things. So,
okay, well, I look forward to seeing what you got coming out, and also, hopefully I'll be able to come on and contribute a few titles along the way. Were you thinking about maybe doing the opening stream again soon?
The what again?
The one of the streams for theme songs, openings, closings.
Yes, I was thinking about that, and I gotta. If we start doing that, I gotta decide which ones we want to tackle first, games or anime. The games one would be fun, but that would be different. We'll figure that out. I gotta get. I'll toss it out there to the club and see what everybody in the club thinks.
Well, I would say that I think just kind of due to being on brand, I think the anime might be the better way to go.
Yeah.
To start.
Yeah, we could definitely do that.
All right. As for myself, folks, I will be on tomorrow I'll be on tomorrow morning, hopefully with T-shirt story for the Dungeons discussions to talk about a little D&D and whatever we've got going on with that for the morning. Actually, Tuesdays are packed for me tomorrow, because I've also got at 5:30 Eastern Talk Hard with Pops and Stone Loki, where this week we are finally getting to Jaws, and we've been talking about doing this for like 3 weeks now. So shortly after that stream, I'll be back on with T-shirt for our little Tuesday with Geeks for a little updates to what's going on there. For little updates and some nerd stuff, like I think, for example, there's a new trailer for Street Fighter with Terry Bogard, and a few other things along the way. Friday night will be the Clobber's Comic Shop, for which we've got named after our dearly departed friend Clobber Times, to talk all things comic books. And this week, to commemorate the upcoming Deadpool movie, featuring the upcoming Wolverine movie featuring Deadpool, we've decided to go and tackle and review Wolverine Weapon X.
Oh.
Ooh.
One of the best Wolverine comics out there. Because if you're gonna go Wolverine, you gotta go with the best. And Saturday, of course, will be the Weekend Geek back over on T-shirts, because apparently I like hanging out with the guy. And who knows, maybe some random streams here or there. Maybe I'll do a game stream. I've got time right now. I need to kind of get the channel cleaned up and get some stuff organized. But that is all for during the week. Stay tuned on the social medias. I've got links to most everyone in the description down below, so check them out. Give them a subscribe. Check these guys' stuff out. And guys, are we ready to call it?
Punch me out.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Thanks everybody for being here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good night, folks. Adios.